Some more. Ooh, it says dog food. Is the cat gonna eat it, yes or no? Well, it was the only food I could get at that moronic shop. You know, the shop at the station yesterday. I got it from there. You know, a cat that goes like this. You know, like she's actually sitting there and waiting for mice. She wouldn't be out in the rain otherwise. You know, a cat doesn't go into the rain for fun. And I guess the people around here that are sad to have cat food in their pockets, they just never ever feed the cats. It's just like a, you know, just they say so, but they don't do it, because the cat is always slim, since she's not coming to my place anymore. You know, she thinks the black cat lives there now, and she doesn't like the black cat. Oh, now she's gone. How can she, huh? She knew I'm coming. I told her, didn't I? Didn't I go, whom? Huh? She's gone. Momo! Now I need to just superficially... Oh, there, she's still there. Juhui! Mumpeli! Bist du schnell immer noch da? Ist dir gut? Machst du gut? Dann machst du gut, gell? Hockst du da im Nassen? Komm nu, komm nu. Komm nu. Gell? Hm? Gell? Actually? Hm? 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 Willst du Nüsse essen? Hm? Actually? Gell? Hund? Du Schässele? Geh du Essele? Gell? Ja? Bist du nass? Dort ist es. Dort ist es. Dort ist es. Hast du es gesehen? Jo. Ist gut. Du Schässele, gell? Tschüssli. Tschüssli. I said goodbye to the cat. Why is she sitting in the rain? Have you seen when she shook off the water, the rain, how much fell off her? She's all wet. And who's gonna give her warmth? Huh? How is this cat gonna make it? You know, it sounds so... Oh, you heard the meow. Huh? There's a well hidden... Yeah. So I'm gonna buy a lot of, you know, for winter, a lot of food, so that she knows she can pass by and have. Tschüssli, tschüssli, gell? Tschüssli, tschüssli. Yeah, yesterday at the station there was a dog, and the dog was sitting on the floor and it had to wait on a leash. So the dog was in the wind, and he was once relocating. So I was so sad because I saw that dog shiver. He had a short fur and it looked like he was cold. And I was like constantly looking at the back of this woman. And she wasn't even turning. Usually when you look at someone, stare at someone, people sense your stare and they would turn around. But she was talking to someone that wasn't really beautiful or intelligent, or he was showing her some kind of a booklet. Maybe he was... So I went finally into the shop and I bought the dog food that you just saw. And then actually for the cats. But when I came out, I would have given one to the dog. But she was gone. I would have loved to talk to her. Why not? She had a real, a Kardashian-esque leash. It was all glimmering and stuff. Why not buy the dog some warm stuff when you're out there? She was wearing a jacket. She was... Was this one falling off recently? No. She was having an umbrella. Why not the dog too? Huh? When she's not moving, the dog sure gets cold. It's not nice to just always be wading in the wind on cold pavement. That's not like this. It's not like Earth. Earth is connected to the warmth in the middle of the earth, and there comes warm, humid warmth out of it. So you can see when you have a cellar, as I do, during winters, the cellar is warm. And during summers, the cellar would be cooler than outside. So it's very funny that this warmth and the humidity you can sense when you go into a cellar. And it's not that it's moist down there and everything is rotting away. It just is the normal condition of a cellar to be moist and humid a little bit when there is open contact to open earth. So that's why you have that you do put the beetroot into the earth and you keep it there, because like when you have them in a box outside in the earth too, the humidity of the earth keeps the beetroot all fresh, because otherwise the beetroot in plain air would just dry up. Until you get to eat it, it would be dried up. But when you bury it within sand, sandy earth is good. It doesn't need any, a lot of bacteria in the earth like you have in humus when you want to grow stuff. It just needs, like sand has it, this kind of humidity that can be captured within earth. That's what we are looking for then, once you have grown up beetroots that you want to store. So yeah, when you have a cellar, if you just don't let air out, it will just get moist and then rot away. So I've had that. In 2013 I was living in a wooden house, and there was a what's that? What, squirrel? No, a Waschbär, cleaning bear. The bear that is on South Park. Black and white facial kind of masquerade it got. So there was one of those living in this faraway district of Switzerland, and it said, well, the next one is like all around the earth, not any near. So then they were kind of, having articles in the newspaper. Yes, there is just one being seen, and they stated the village. But then I went like, oh yes, and another one at my home. Once during winter times there was this scratching outside, and I knew it was something, I thought it was a rat because the previous owner had just left behind a rat and a other little animal. I'm lacking the word for it. So these two were in the celery. One got eaten by a fox and the other one was kind of lost within the empty or kind of dug out holes between the walls of this house. So the rat was somewhere and I thought, let's go and have a look. And then there it was. There was like, it wasn't a badger. Badger. It wasn't a squirrel. It was this black and white thing, huge. So I saw it and it wanted to enter the cellar. So I said, go, you know, and then it went somewhere else. But later on, it was still in the house. It could get in. They're very good climbers, so that one would just climb in. And then he was peeing onto me. So I was still thinking it might be the rat because it was so far within the house. And I thought it's impossible for one of these, you know, the bears that wash their food. It's said to them be washing their food when they're actually doing so. They are looking at it or doing whatever with the food nearby water. So they are called Waschbär in German. Yeah, and he was quite huge, so I never thought he would make it that far into the house. So he was actually peeing on me because these quantities of pee cannot stem from a rat. And besides, the rat probably was gone long because I left the celery door open. So that's why the other animal got eaten by a fox probably. It was outside and one night it was just not hiding out and it doesn't know about foxes. It was always caged or within a cellar. So then it got eaten, I assume. So yeah, he was still around and he could still get in, but I was closing that cellar window a bit more. So when I was moving out and I went into the cellar checking for stuff, I emptied it all out and there was nothing in there anymore. Nothing. You know, tons of stuff I gave away for free to be thrown away and to, you know, build other stuff with it. So then when I went there, I saw the ceiling was white. It was all mold. So I was like, oh shit, I should have let some more air in. So as it was, the window, it was just a bit more open, right? So you have to kind of let this humid air that always, the humidity coming from the Middle Earth, you have to let it out when you have a cellar that has contact to real earth. When it's all paved out with stones and stuff, that's a different thing. There you have a different, you know, doings you gotta do. What a day, you know, raining as it is, and I will be videoing some more clouds once I'm in the valley. I will have a coffee, not the warm one this time, but yeah.